Hey everybody, I'm Jake. This is Fast Lane Classic Cars in St. Charles, Missouri, 15 minutes outside St. Louis to the west. And today we have a gorgeous 1975 Datsun 280Z, but it's pretty far removed from a factory original Datsun 280Z, as you can probably notice just by looking at it. We're going to start with the powertrain on this though, because that's my favorite part. This is powered by an all-aluminum 6-liter LS2 and backed up by a Tremec T56 6-speed manual transmission. So basically kind of like what you'd get in the Corvette from the early C6 generation. The early C6 was the first one to get the LS2, and the 6-speed manual transmission you'd find, I believe, in the Corvette and the Camaro from that era as well. It's got the differential from a 280ZX turbo with 355-to-1 gears. As you can see, beautiful black exterior with a Z-Trix 940Z wide body kit. As you can also tell, where the headlights would be is now shaved and flush. You do have these little lights down here integrated into the bumper and this massive, I guess, air dam or splitter, whatever you would call it down there. You also have a big window in your hood so you can see your intake on your beautiful LS2 and some vents to let out some of that heat. The interior is two-tone, black and maroon ostrich, that's right, ostrich skin bucket seats, black powder-coated aluminum console. On the outside again, you have carbon fiber GT3 mirrors, which look fantastic on this thing. Autometer Pro comp gauges, white-faced ones on the inside. Vintage air conditioning, a padded roll bar wrapped in the same material as the seats, the ostrich skin in black. Four-wheel power disc brakes. It has long tube headers and dual exhaust, and the exhaust tips are integrated nicely into the rear bumper back here. And to tie the whole thing together, you got 19-inch forged performance two-piece wheels wrapped in Nitto tires, painted faces, polished lip. They look absolutely fantastic. You can see the brakes plain as day through them, which is very cool. I don't believe this has power steering, but once you're moving, it's really not that bad. And this kind of gives off race car vibes. It's pretty comfortable to drive. I've driven it already, but the look of the thing is just absolutely epic. I love the way this thing looks. The paint's in really nice condition. You actually have plenty of space in the back, because back here in the trunk area, we have an extra set of door cards and some other extra parts back here in the back that fit with plenty more space in the wide body kit. I mean, I would have to see it side by side with a normal 280Z just to see how much wider it is, but when you stand next to it, those rear fenders jut out so far. And same with the front, and the fact that it's all molded in, it just looks absolutely awesome. And I want to stop talking about it because I kind of want to take it for a spin, because this LS2 also sounds amazing out of this exhaust, and I think you guys want to hear it too. So we're going to take this thing for a little drive. All right, inside the Z, key in the ignition. I'm going to use this real quick. Key in the ignition down there, push button start down here. Pretty easy. Here's all your gauges right there. Very nice. And you got these over here as well. Your tach and your speedo. Vintage air controls down here, and then you got your fuel gauge all the way down there in the bottom. Her shifter also wrapped in this ostrich skin maroon leather, which is pretty cool. Set this down. We got power windows too, over here or in the middle here on the console. And if I'm sweating, I apologize. It is crazy hot right now in St. Louis. I'm going to turn on this vintage air conditioning for sure. All right, start this thing up. Certainly is not quiet. From the inside of the car, it's not too bad, but from behind it, sounds pretty amazing. Let's pull this thing out real quick. He also has this nice dash pad on top of the dash. Underneath is the black, kind of plasticky dashboard that you would see in a normal Z, but this thing just covers it and keeps it nice because underneath it is in great condition. So I don't blame the person who owned this for covering that up, because you want to keep it good. The bite point on the clutch feels nice. It's not too heavy. Very good. I'm going to turn off that other camera so I don't have to sift through a million minutes of footage later. Ugh. release thing going on. So we'll put this on real quick. Adjust that. The door also uses poppers. There's buttons on the key fob, one for the driver, one for the passenger door, and then in here there's little buttons on the side of the console to pop the doors open. So no actual handles in here. I think the other door cards have handles in them, I want to say, like little leather straps. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. But we're going to go ahead and just take this thing for a quick spin. I'm by myself again today. Chris is a bit busy. We'll be back to normal videos soon. And I forgot my sunglasses, but that's all right. It's black with a black hood, so it's not going to shine too badly in my face. Speaking of the hood, it looks epic from in here. You can see the hood vents integrated, that massive cowl. And from the outside, you got that window. So you can see your beautiful LS2. The shifter feels nice. I like a T56. That guy just gave me a thumbs up. Woo! Sounds good. Sounds really good. Back into first. Everyone is honking and stopping to take videos of this car already, and I've been gone for 30 seconds. It definitely grabs attention, that's for sure. And it handles just awesome. Man, this thing feels planted. Got pretty wide tires on this thing, and they're Nittos. Woo, that sounds good. It shifts buttery. Brakes feel fantastic. And I have 6-hole speeds, which so far, I don't really know that I'd need 6-hole speeds. I'm in 5th gear doing like 45. We're at about, I don't know, 1500 RPM, 1600. I will say we might need to do something with the tach, because right now it's reading double what the engine is actually spinning. I don't know why. But if you come to test drive this, don't be alarmed. We'll look into that. But man, this thing just feels planted and well done. The clutch feels nice, the downshifting feels easy. The vintage air is, holy crap, it's vintage airing. I have the windows down right now, but the vintage air is so cold that I don't feel that I need to roll them up. I'm staying really cool in here, which is very nice. Everything seems to be working. Water temp is good, or around 160 degrees. Oil pressure is great. It's about 30 at idle. Under load, it's around 50 psi. Voltage is voltaging. Fuel is not that much, so I'm not going to go that far. Had about a quarter tank when I left. Should be plenty to get there and back. It's only a few miles. The seat, very comfortable. It's not super bolstered, so if you're a little bit wider than me, you'll probably be fine, fitment-wise. The steering wheel I don't think tilts, so you'll just kind of have to deal with however that is. But I'm extremely comfortable. My height and size, I fit very nice. Oh, it feels good. It looks good, it feels good, sounds good. And I had to stop my pull a little bit there because there is a police officer of the law going past. So I have to behave for a second. The carbon fiber mirrors also look amazing. Japanese car and putting a big hunk of American V8 in it just seems right to me. Like, I feel like this chassis was built to handle this torque and power. Now, obviously, it's been fiddled with quite a bit. Much wider, bigger, stickier tires. I don't know the exact story on the suspension. It's a little bit stiff. I'm assuming it's got coilovers or something on it. I'll have to look into that when I get back. But the look of this car with the sound of a V8 coming out of it, just awesome. Just absolutely awesome. All right. Let's start heading back to the old fast lane classic cars here. Take off, you're going to have no problem slipping the clutch and getting going. The thing makes so much power. With the long tubes and the dual exhaust, sounds absolutely epic. It's actually not too droney though. It's not crazy, ear-piercingly loud to where you're going to annoy the crap out of yourself every time you drive it. Especially since you have 6 speeds and it's only 355 gears. That's not super short. Put it into 6th. Yeah, 6th gear is crazy. The engine's basically idling right now and I'm doing about 50 miles an hour. So you could cruise this in pretty relative comfort. For being as modified as it is, the creaks and rattles aren't very bad at all. There's a little bit from the door panel. Not too bad. The headliner, I just noticed, is also ostrich skin. And the visors, and they don't droop, which is tremendous. And there's even ostrich skin up to the A-pillar. Wow. They actually paid pretty close attention to this. And I like that they wrap the cage in it too. It really ties it all together. You kind of forget the cage is even there because it blends into the rest of the interior, which I think is nice. And you do have a rear hatch that opens, so you don't have to crawl through the back seat to get to the stuff in the trunk. It's got a massive hatch, just kind of like a C6 Corvette would have, or a C4. So it's not the most impractical thing ever. I know that sounds crazy because I'm talking about something that looks like a race car, but it's actually not too bad. And again, it just handles tremendous. You get a lot of road feel through the steering wheel, which is nice. You can really tell what the car is doing. This metal console that's powder coated looks tremendous. Makes the whole thing look a bit more modern on the inside. The big white-faced autometer gauges are easy to read. They're telling me everything. We're still staying cool. We're still at like 165 degrees. Oil pressure still great. Voltage still voltaging. Fuel is dropping. So I'm going to make a right here and go back to fast lane. But so far, so good. I like it. And you got the Z in the headrest. They made sure to put that back in when they reupholstered the seats. I don't know if these are the original seats that are reupholstered. They look similar. They might be. But they look very factory. I like that. Alright, I'll make a right here. Do a little bit more of a bean test. That have just honked or given me a thumbs up, and everyone seems to like it. When I left right before I went around the roundabout, that Audi literally pulled over so he could take a video of this car as I passed by. And then as I passed him, I got honked at by someone going the other way, giving me a thumbs up. It's just an enjoyable looking thing. And I don't blame them for liking it, because I absolutely love it. The only problem with driving it, though, is that I can't see what the car looks like from the outside while I'm inside of it. Because I don't know what I like better, the way it looks or the way it drives. I like being able to drive it, but I kind of wish I could look at it. I'll just rewatch the video over and over again. That'll be fine for me. Oh man, that just puts a smile on your face. It really does. Boy, this thing is done well. I like it. And it's very easy to go fast. You look down and you go, oh, I'm already doing double the speed limit. Whoopsie, not that I've done that during this video. I've only done the speed limit on this drive the whole time, if anyone asks. But it's really easy to go past it, I will say that. I'm stuck behind the antithesis of this vehicle, a Toyota Solara convertible. Boring gray front-wheel drive, 4-cylinder probably. Be a good way to test whether it stays cool here. It's sitting at idle after driving it. That needle is not moving. I can hear the fans running. Yeah, it's doing just fine. No problem at all. Alright, I guess I gotta put it away. I will put inside so it's not sitting out here in the sun, because I did this as early in the morning as I could because of the heat index. It already feels like it's 105 degrees right now here in Missouri, and it's about 10:30 a.m. So I thought I'll do the black car with dark colored interior early in the morning so I can negate the temperature. I'm gonna have our good friend Vinny back me into the showroom. Hello Vincent, you wanna back me in? If you wanna know more about this car, you can go to our website, www.fastlanecars.com. You can see stuff about this car and all the other cars on our website. If you wanna call us, 636-940-9969. If you wanna email us, you can email us at sales@fastlanecars.com if you don't like talking on the phone. And I think you should, because this car is epic, and one of you should buy it before I do. But you'll have plenty of time because I don't have enough money to buy this. All right, and we're in. Thank you, Vinny.
Yep.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. Also, I just remembered, it stayed cool with the air conditioning on that whole time. Even more impressive than I thought. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.